Are you gonna fuck up?
No,
I'm the one that fucks up.
This is it.
I'm the one that fucks up, okay? Not you. This is my job. Your job is just to be there and look cute and record the stuff. So easy ways to pass the half guard. The first thing we need to make sure that his call doesn't have an underhook on me. If I continue forward trying to pass him with a crossface here, he's probably gonna end up on my back, okay? The second thing is if he goes in for the deep half guard and I try to put the crossface here, he's probably gonna end up in a deep half guard. So before we start actually passing the guard, we need to make sure how to deal with this. So if Carl comes up with an underhook, there's no point of trying to go for the crossface because you're gonna win this 9 out of 10 times. What I said want to do is make him go flat with his back on the mat. So I drive my knee across his center line all the way to the far side, forcing him flat to the floor. Okay, if he still try to get up on the underhook, I still try to do the same thing all times to win this fight. Second thing is I'm gonna try to get a good crossface. When I go for the crossface, the deeper I can get my arm, the better. But we're just gonna make sure to have our fingers all the way in the armpit. When I try to put the pressure here, the first thing I do is I pull Carl towards me. I have my shin next to his ear, then my head goes across his shoulder. Sometimes I get a little bit far up on the head, so I need to redo this cycle a couple of times to get my shoulder in the right way. As soon as I feel I have the shoulder in a good place, I'm going to start trying to get my hip as close to my shoulder as possible. Because if I try to put pressure here, it's going to be really hard. And when I get my hip all the way up towards my shoulder, I'm going to have way more pressure. The second thing I want to do from here is make sure my knee is free. Because if he controls my knee, it's going to be really hard to actually pass the half guards. I'm going to shift angle a little bit so you can see what's going on with my legs. So when I'm here, it's really important that I'm active with my toes. So I just have the leg laid like this and Carl bridge into me. It's going to end up sweeping me and I look really stupid. So what I want to do is I want to have active toes. So Carl bridges into me. I can drive from my foot back into him. Also, this leg helps a little bit if I can put like a butterfly hook. If we manage to get on top with this, I can sweep him back with the butterfly hook. Okay. I forgot to tell this now, but if Carl goes for the deep half guard, as soon as he starts going for the deep half guard, I kind of give up the idea to get a good crossface. So I rather sprawl my hip back down towards his hip instead. This makes it really hard for him to come deep on the deep half guard, and I can start reapplying my pressure with the crossface. Okay. Again, back to the situation where we actually pass the guard. So when we're here, make sure the knee is free. As soon as the knee is free, my leg that has active toes, I'm just gonna put like a wedge on his knee. Now I pull the top leg towards me and I kick with my knee towards his thigh to free my foot. Sometimes the foot gets a little bit stuck here, so it helps by getting now and I'm trying to get the foot out to make a little bit of ballerina foot to free the foot. When I'm here and pass the foot out from his half guard, my hand goes all the way down his pocket and I continue running up towards his head so I don't get stuck in the half guard again. From here I come chest to chest and I finish the pass. That's the first and the most simplest way to pass the half guard. Sometimes when we're here, even though I have a good pressure and everything, Carl has a good squeeze on my leg and it's really hard for me to get the leg free. What I like to do then is I go all the way over to the quarter mount. The thing is, I'm really bad at finishing from this position, so I rather go all the way over to a reverse half guard. But before I go for a reverse half guard, I want to shift my crossface all the way to the other side. Usually he's flat with his shoulder on the mat here, so it's hard to dig my fingers all the way into the far armpit. So what I do instead is I grab the fabric of the gi here instead, and I repeat the cycle we did to get a good crossface. Now I step all the way over to the other side. From here again, it's important to have active toes if the bridge comes to me so I don't look stupid and it sweeps. Again, to get good pressure, I'm not pulling with my arm. I rather move my hip up towards his head instead. Same thing here to free my leg. I'm going to pull this top leg towards me and I'm going to kick his lower leg to free my leg. Again, to finish the pass, my hand goes down the pocket and I continue running up towards the head. A couple of things that's going to be an issue here is that Carl always going to be fighting, pointing his knee towards his ceiling. From here, it's going to be really hard for me to actually finish the pass, so I always want his knee pointing in this direction. The second thing is he want to have my knee up on his belly. So I always try to point my knee down his pocket here, and it's going to be harder for him to get the legs towards the ceiling. Again, to free the leg, pull the leg on top, kick the leg free, make a little bit of a ballerina foot. The hand goes down the pocket. I run up towards his head to finish the pass. Very often when I try to go for the reverse half guard, Carl puts his hand in my pocket. So when I step over here, it pushes me away and it's really hard to actually finish the pass. So what I want to do from here instead is go to something called a T-pose. So instead of going all the way over to the other side, I go just with the leg like this and sit in like a T. From here, Carl don't really have any more good options to sweep me than pushing me in the chest and bridge. As soon as this happens, I can just free my legs and get past the guard. If you don't want to bridge and push me away, I can usually open the guard quite easily with the other leg. Just push his top leg and free my own leg, and I'm past it. Easy.